I wonder, Deputy, if the first thing you could do is just explain to me, because these things get complicated when people report them and then report them again, exactly what it is that you have made a law here in St. Petersburg. What is now illegal that used to be legal?
What is illegal is uncontrolled public statement forming the incorrect impression about social equality of same-sex and traditional families. We also can speak about some historical figures.
So you're not allowed to say that say Tchaikovsky's sexuality was anything to do with his talent. That would be breaking the law.
No.
Even if the fact that Tchaikovsky was unhappy about being gay, and it gave him the conflict that is in his music.
It's a crime to tell kids that only this way of living made him so talented.
Nobody would say that. But what they might say, Deputy, they might say is, look, you're 15, 16-year-old, you're being bullied, but don't worry, there were some great men who achieved great things who had the same sexuality as you.
We would be quite unhappy in case some inadequate individual would invade kindergarten trying to explain to minors that they should identify their sexual identity.
They don't invade kindergartens and tell children to have their sexual identity. That is absolute nonsense. You're inventing a ridiculous enemy to get support, so that ignorant people will imagine there is this terrible threat to children. The real threat to children is, as it always was, ignorance, lies. Because they will grow up to find out they've been lied to, and they won't thank you for it. I spoke to a girl yesterday. They tried to rape her to cure her of her homosexuality. She goes to the police as soon as they find she's a lesbian. Go away. The police don't respect her rights.
It's a fairy tale because
no, she was lying,
gay people, most of them are lying about their problems, because most of them would like to be to be favored and famous because they're victims of Russian medieval behavior.
You're living in a fantasy world.
The problem is that she became lesbian, not because her genetic defect, not because her mutation.
Look, you really ought to stop, because you're making a great fool of yourself on camera. This is going to be shown around the world, and if people hear you speaking like this, they're going to think so little of Russia. They're going to think, is this man actually allowed to use the street and the telephone, let alone be a politician?
These values that you're proclaiming as a modern and tolerant is a values that were created from the first hour of having this world, when the most talented angel felt, because he thought that he is greater than God.
Right?
You know,
you're really not making any sense, Deputy. You really aren't. Half a politician, half a semi-educated religious person. I mean, whom do you represent? I'm not here to attack Russia. I love Russia, and it's better than you are.
In your generation, the number of homosexual people were much less.
Much
less.
How do you know this? How do you know it?
Because I know that.
Tell me how you know it.
Scientific figures.
Published by whom?
Published by scientists.
Name them. Where will I find these figures? I mean, I'm not going on and on and on about all the dreadful things you've said. Say what you like, but don't make it a law that causes people to commit suicide. You have more young Russians killing themselves in this land of sacred parents. It's because the liberals make them commit suicide.
Yes.
I just don't know how you sleep at night.
I can sleep after I pray.
Anyway, I have to go.